So this week marks a huge first for us over at Core Fabrics. We are carrying lingerie kits for the first time, and of course we are carrying these lingerie kits because our sister brand Closet Core Patterns has released a 4-piece lingerie collection called the Chez lingerie collection that includes 4 patterns, 2 of which are the Céline Bralette and the Anaïs Undies. And so these are designed to be really beginner-friendly lingerie patterns. The bralette in particular, there's no underwire. Who's wearing underwired bras after 2 years at home? Not us. So we wanted to design really comfortable undies that make you feel beautiful in your own skin and comfortable in your own body. It's not about wearing this for anybody else but yourself. And so we of course wanted to choose fabrics that were going to meet that mission. They had to be comfortable, they had to be resilient, they had to have good recovery. And so not only did we find those fabrics, but we've of course curated kits for 3 different styles of lingerie kits depending on what view you want to make of the bra and undies. And you can either buy the fabric alone or as part of the kit with or without the pattern. We say without the pattern because if you are curious about making lingerie but feeling a bit nervous, we've filmed an entire course over at Closet Core Patterns that walks you through sewing the bralette and undies from start to finish. And that course includes the patterns. So if you want to take that course, you can come over to Core Fabrics and get the kit without the patterns, and then you're not essentially buying the patterns twice. I hope that makes sense. So in terms of the fabric that we chose, I'm really excited about this line. It is it's a mix of organic cotton and tencel with about 5% stretch. And so what I loved about this fabric and why I kind of gravitated towards it immediately is that it's incredibly soft, like one of the softest knits we've had in the shop. Feels so good against the skin, and because of that spandex, it's got a really nice recovery. And so when we say recovery, we mean the ability for the fabric to kind of bounce back into shape. And so when you double the cups or you double the band, it gets even more, you have even more support and structure, which is obviously something that you're looking for with a bralette, something that's meant to hold up tissue. We have it in a really nice collection of 7 colors. So we have that beautiful forest green, we've got a teal, a merlot, this lovely kind of pinky, purpley color, the seafoam green, kind of more sporty heather gray, and then classic black. And also included in the kits, depending on what view you're making, is a stretch mesh. So here's that beautiful stretch mesh right now. We looked really long time for this because particularly for the seamless view B of the Anaïs Undies, which is the seamless undie style, it has to be made with stretch mesh because the back pattern piece is folded to give you a nice seamless line so you don't have any VPL. And we didn't want to use virgin polyester because that's not what we do at Core Fabrics. And so we found this really cool recycled polyester mesh that's got a really nice amount of stretch in it. It's nice, great, excellent recovery, and it's got a really fine mesh pattern. And so depending on what view you're making, you will get some of that mesh in your kit as well. The other option is that we have an all mesh kit for one of the views. So I'm gonna try not to overwhelm you with details, but basically every one of these lingerie kits includes a few common things. One is a classic strap elastic, really lovely, plush on one side, shiny on the other. We also have a really supportive band elastic, so that's the elastic that goes here. And again, it's a really soft, kind of like a sports bra style. There's no detailed edge, just either side is nice and soft. We also include some sliders and rings for the strap elastic. And then depending on what size you are wearing, if you're 14 to 32, you're gonna have this slightly wider hook and eye tape, and if you're 0 to 20, you're gonna have this slightly narrower one. So make sure that you kind of identify what size range you're gonna be making before you purchase your kit so that you make sure that you're getting the right hook and eye tape. If you make a mistake, it's not a big deal. You can just adjust the pattern piece to fit it, but I just wanted to point that out because it is important. The biggest difference between the kits is if you're making the View A kit, so that is the one that has all of that beautiful fold over elastic, you will be getting fold over elastic in your kit. And so we looked far and wide for a good fold over. We really like this one. So fold over just means that you fold it over the seam like this. So there's like a little seam line almost pressed into the elastic. And we liked this one because it was matte. So most fold over elastic that you find is very shiny. We wanted a matte one, we found it. If you make the View B kit, so this is the one that doesn't have that mesh panel along the bust, we include picot or plush back elastic. And so here are the two kinds. This one here is a plush back bra elastic, and this one here is a lighter weight elastic for the undie. And both of these will give you like a pretty clean, pretty little picot edge along the edge of your elastic. The fold over is much more graphic. You'll just get like a kind of straight band of color. We also have for the View B kit, so if you want to use that picot elastic, you can also get an all mesh kit. So if you want to make like a slightly sexier set of undies, depending that you can make more sheer or less sheer depending on how many layers of mesh you use, that's also an option. If you don't want to use any of this silky soft tencel organic cotton knit, you can also go the all mesh route. So we've got all of these kits in the shop. If you're feeling a bit confused, don't worry. The listings for this are very clear. We'll show you pictures of what the kits are and make sure that you're, that what you're getting. But we hope that you're really excited about not only these lingerie kits, but also the class and the other beautiful fabrics like this one that we're carrying to source to make the Simone slip and the Veronique bra as well. And we're really excited. We hope you are too. This is our first big kind of pattern fabric collection over at Core Fabrics, and we couldn't be more excited about where we landed, and we hope you are too. Thanks, guys.